Welcome to the WanderLearn podcast. I'm your host, Tapon. This is episode 5 of 5, the final episode about the Navy Bootcamp experience. Rejoice and Ashlee Braut come back to this episode and they talk about the climax, which is called Battlestations. It is a top secret. In fact, they're forced to sign NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, that say that they will not disclose exactly what happened in Battlestations, although you can go on YouTube and get a sense of what it is. But basically, there's a lot of pyrotechnics. It's like a Disneyland ride gone wrong. You're on a simulated ship, and they throw all sorts of terrible things happening, like flooding and injuries and emergencies and all sorts of crazy stuff that are happening on a ship, and seeing how the sailors react to the chaos. And that goes on for over 24 hours. No sleep involved whatsoever. So they're sleep deprived. It starts actually in the evening after sunset. So you've already been awake all day, and then that's when it starts, and you've got to stay awake all night into the next day. And at the end, assuming you finish successfully, you are given a Navy ball cap. Very simple token, but super meaningful, as you'll hear them cry over that ceremony. You guys mentioned obey orders as your number one advice.
Absolutely.
But I'm surprised. I was expecting that your number one advice for somebody who's going to go to boot camp would be get in shape.
That's a great response. Yes, I mean, for me, going in older as well, I wasn't in the greatest of shape, but I made it through. I wish that I did have some training, a little bit more, or I put my effort forth more before I went in. Run. If you can practice to run before you get into boot camp, for sure, that's good advice.
I mean, how about get in shape before you
You should be.
Especially if you're like young, 18, 19. Get in shape. She's older. I am 28. When I go to boot camp, when we arrive, the first hallelujah day of boot camp after P days, there's 91 of us. The next day, we did our PFA. Only 14 out of 91 passed. The 14, I am among them. I'm 28. All the 18 years old. There was one that was 17. She even failed. One of them in my division, at least that I know, was 17. The rest is 22. Mm-hmm. Like all of them from 25 below, 26, 27, 28, 29 is only a couple of us, right? But it's like, you're joining the military? Well, I think we should get in shape.
Definitely should. Because, I mean, even midway through, even in the beginning, they step it up with the push-ups. They step it up with the planks.
Yeah.
And if you're in shape, it's going to be easy day. Easy day. If you're not, it's going to be a little bit of a struggle.
And how was Battlestations and graduation?
Battlestations, what's that? No, it was good. Everything the instructors can't tell you is good. It's good.
It's
good.
nice.
It really is good. It's Battlestations.
Was it harder than you expected or easier?
I didn't expect anything out of it.
I didn't think I had any expectations.
I didn't have expectation. This is what I am. I don't expect anything. I just go in there with a blind mind, blind everything, and just like go here, I go do. That's
the best
that was
advice
the best
is to do what Rejoice said, like positive talk yourself into it, because you're going to be scared. Everybody's scared going into Battlestations, and you kind of should be, but tell yourself it's going to be okay. Like, you've gotten all the way through it so far. If you've gone this far in boot camp and you've made it to Battlestations, you've done pretty good.
Yeah. So. I just don't expect like, I think I expect this and that, because
don't have any expectations. Don't have any expectations.
Disappointed,
Zero.
or you're gonna not be this. I don't know. Just don't expect anything. Just go with a blank slate.
What percentage of the class cried after Battlestation? And you got to change your recruit hat to a Navy hat.
That was very cool. That was very cool.
Yeah. And they handed us our. Oh my goodness, I cried too.
You cried?
It was awesome. That was a great feeling.
It was the best thing ever. It's like they came and gave you your Navy hat and they said congratulations. It was like the biggest thing I've ever achieved in my life, and I will never forget.
It's a great feeling. It is. Yeah. I cried too, even just being with this division, with our division.
Yeah.
For the last 2 weeks, I missing the old division. I wish I would have had my recruiter, my RDC's ball cap on me. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, yeah. I know we did it. But because we had gone through a lot with them, and then coming to this one, it was more, like you said, like we did it. It was more like a personal thing, and I think that was good too. I think that was good too, that it's more personal. Like we did it. We went through something that was definitely it was tough. It was tough. Being away from home, being away from friends and family, and it's definitely a tough mental game.
It was the most greatest feeling.
It is. It's a great feeling, an accomplishment.
I'm a United States Navy.
And then then you see the flag, and the national anthem. It was just it's definitely moving. It's definitely something to be proud. As you can see, it's definitely it's moving. It's a really moving moment.
Oh man, I don't know what I thought. It was just glorious.
And then you're sailors, and then we're shipmates. Right. So that was cool. That's a really cool part about it. So get through it, get through Battlestations, get through boot camp, and then you could be like us, crying and happy that we made the choice that we did.
And that concludes this episode of the WanderLearn podcast, where we explore travel, technology, and transformation. If you'd like to see the show notes with links to what we talked about, or if you'd like to comment on the show, or if you'd like to ask me a question, then go to WanderLearn.com and click on this episode. If you'd like to connect with me, just remember FTapon. That's my first initial and my last name. FTapon is the username I use on all social media. You can also get to my website by going to ftapon.com. And here's one last reason to remember FTapon. If you like what I do and would like to get rewarded for supporting my projects, then go to patreon.com/ftapon. That's where you can pick up some remarkable rewards for as little as $2 a month. And now for 5 quick favors. Number 1, subscribe to the WanderLearn podcast. 2, download it. 3, share it. 4, review it somewhere. And 5, sign up for my newsletter at WanderLearn.com. Our theme music was composed by Eric Stratman. This is Francis Tapon, encouraging you to wander and learn.